We have Gold Stars, Moonbreons, Rayquazars, Alt Arts galore. There is tons of stuff ending this Sunday on ungraded.com. And today, we're going to be looking at all of those cards that are coming to an end, and we're going to be reviewing the condition of the cards to see what potential grades they could get, so it can help you make an informed decision when it comes to bidding on these cards and the potential return on investment, if you're looking for that, on these cards you're trying to buy. So let's jump onto ungraded.com, take a look. Alright, so here we are on Ungraded's website right now, and of course guys, if you want to keep up to date on this stuff, make sure you go to their website, sign up to all the market like emails and all that sort of stuff, and hit subscribe here on the channel as well so you can join in. We're going to start, we do some live versions where we review them live as well, so if your cards are up and everything like that, just hit the subscribe button, ring the alert bell, get involved in all the stuff we're doing here, and also give the video a like and drop your comments down below on your thoughts on Ungraded so far. I know a bunch of you have actually already started buying from them, and I'm actually going to be sending some cards myself there to be sold very soon. So there'll be a whole video on the process and how we get on really, and how our prices match up to sales on other websites and stuff. So make sure to check that out. Anyway, let's start looking at that marketplace. Right, so here we are, we're on the website. We're of course going to focus on Pokemon this week. There's going to be some big changes coming, or not big, subtle changes. I had a talk with the team there about some of the things that are going to be changing soon when it comes to the types of auctions going up. So they're putting a real focus in now to cards worth £50 and above, which I personally think is a really good choice. And looking at it now, we've already kind of starting to see that get implemented. Look, there's some that are going to be a little bit less. The Gold Charizard here, for example, is not a £50 card, but they're trying to raise that value and try to have more high value, and more will come as the weeks go on. So this is like the first little tiptoes into that. But anyway, we'll just have a quick gaze through here and see what we've got coming. That is a sick card, that Dialga. Look at the Rayquaza. This is a beautiful card. I had this in a PSA 8, 9 or something like that. I actually won it off Rusty, TCA Gaming, sorry. It was like a giveaway for the first comment. I was the first comment. I won it. We've got some other nice little bits in here as well. The Magneton First Edition, Near Mint, Giratina, Charizard, Gengar VMAX. I am excited to see where this goes. I'm particularly excited about the Gold Star Charizard. That is going to be a huge one we're going to be looking at now. And if we're going to page 2, see there's less cards up now because they've reduced they've trying to up that threshold. But the Sylveon VMAX is nice. This is interesting. Light play, but Cypher EX era cards are really popping right now. You'll be seeing a lot of people in vlogs starting to pick them up as well. I've been noticing that, especially in Japan vlogs, when like Amir and Bav and KB were over there. I saw them picking up quite a few of the EXs as well. Shout out to those guys. We got the Mimikyu Alt Art, Mimikyu Gengar Alt Art, amazing. Obviously just had a Gengar hand tattoo. It's big. I'll give you a better shot when it's all healed up. It's not very healed up right now. The Jolteon, this Clefable, unfortunately light place and saying if that's minty in a 10, that's mad value. Jolteon, the Machamp. So we got some cool stuff to go through. Let's jump in though, and we're going to kick off with, now this isn't a card that is up for auction right now, so there are some items that get put up as a buy now, and we have this one, the Gold Star, right here. Now you can look at it just here in the main page, but we're going to jump in and take a closer look. Load the front, load the back, and here we go. So what I like, look at the way that they photo these cards. The fact there's like something they're thinking about as well as doing booster packs on here as well, which I really think would look amazing. Seeing them in like a 3D render and looking around the pack would be so good for picking ones that you want to keep like as sealed. So I'm looking now, and obviously you can use this highlight tool. Look at the detail you get when you're going through, and I'm looking at Gold Star. It's already come down to at least an 8, I would say, on this Gold Star. But you never know, a little bit of a wipe down on the card. You could probably maybe get rid of some of that stuff, but just we've got to take it at face value, right? There's a couple little marks, but there's no like the hollow is like we'll move around a little bit. I can't see any scratching. So the hollow's really clean though. The hollow's very nice. Look at that face. Vaporeon. We love that. That looks really clean. What about the back then? Now there is whitening around the back edge. By the way, centering is pretty good. You of course can use the centering tool that you move around, but we're not going to bother on every card because as long as it looks within 60-40, then I personally don't think you need to worry too much. That's normally the threshold, unless you're talking black labels, then you need 50-50, right? But if you're talking about just to get those 10s, you know, that's obviously not right. But just give you an idea very quickly, we've got that and that. That is 55-45, and the top to bottom, a lot you can tell by eye, if I'm honest with you, when it comes to centering. And 48-52, 55-45, you know, it's in margins, parameters of what would get like a 10, but it's obviously not going to get a 10, this card. There is widening. I think that this is a 7 at best. Next up, let's check out this Moonbreon here. Now, this is going to... this could get some real traction. If this has a chance at a 10, this could go big money. I'm actually going to add this to my watch list because I'm intrigued to see where this goes. We're already at £310 on this card. And... yeah, I'm not going to so much go around and talk too much about values and where I think you should be paying for a card. The front is pretty bob on. I do want to just check centering on it because we are looking, as it stands, I'm seeing zero reason for it not to be a 10 on the front anyway. I haven't looked at the back, but on a quick guide, like, mate, the back's... this has got potential... oh, this is well hard to do that. How do we center it? I think we can do the sides because you've got the silver. I've just closed. That might be difficult to do centering on the top. Because it looks good. I guess if the bottom... I don't know. How do we do that? How do we get... so look. Mate. Oh, that's nearly 50-50 left to right as well. Could this be a black label on the... like, a potential one that you'd send there as well? Like, 55... so this is a 10. In my opinion, this is a 10 when it comes to value. And what's 10? £810 or something like that. Is it a chance that you'd actually push this and send it to Beckett? Because you'd be hoping... I'm just moving the front around just a squidge. This is amazing. Guys, Moonbreon on the auction right now is a 10. Alright, let's look at the Magikarp now. Something I'm going to tell you right now about this. Paldea Evolved is a sleeper. People need to wake up to realise that if you have a chance to buy a Paldea Evolved booster box for sub £100, you should be buying it. Like, this card will end up going for over £100, I think. Especially if the condition looks good. Maybe that top corner on the back from what I'm just seeing here. But like, if the condition is really good, this Magikarp is just climbing. Yeah, it is climbing. And this time next year, you'll be complaining that you can't buy Paldea Evolved for like under £200. I honestly believe that. I think the booster box value will double over the next year. You've got the Tyranitar in this set as well, haven't you? You've got the Ionu in here as well. You know, it's an absolute one that people just neglect. It's such a good set. I'm currently looking to buy cases at the moment from the supplier because I really think it's one to sit on. And this is going to be one of those cards that's going to have always popularity. Now, I actually know straight off the bat this isn't a 10 though. This one isn't. It's a good price now. But for me, this card doesn't look like a 10 straight off the bat. And I think, if you guys can tell, it's going to be a lot down to this. Can you see? Now, that's not a scratch. That looks like a print line in the border. And look, yeah, all the way through, there's one print line, unfortunately. And that is going to affect it. Anyway, centering looks good. I'm going to say an 8 on this card as it stands. And let me just check this corner because you've got a slight... that's like a manufacturing, like just from the cart. I've seen 10s with corners like this, so it's really hard to say because it's just part of the press. It's just where it's maybe going slightly blunt on the blades as they're cutting it out, and it's just pushing through on the corners. You can see, I think they're all facing the same way. Oh no, it's like the bottom. How is that? So the bottom looks like the bottom goes that way, and the top comes towards you. So it's obviously like the blades. But anyway, yeah, interesting. On that, yeah, I'm going to say an 8 on the Magikarp, maybe a 9 depending on the print lines, but it's not going to be a 10. 8 to 9. All right, some other big cards we got here to look at. The Blaziken VMAX. This card is popping. Like, value on this card just keeps climbing. It's such a sick alternate art. I believe as well, if I'm right, this is Battles? Is this Battle Styles? Battle Styles? Chilling Reign? Chilling Reign. Yeah. Obviously, early Alt Arts in Sword and Shield. And this is one of the biggest ones. It's really, really popular, actually. And if this is clean, then this will do really well on the site. So just giving the card a good old spin. And I'm not seeing a great deal wrong on the card. Okay. Interesting. Oh, maybe a little dot of silver right on the top there. Little bit of a shame. That could lose it getting a 10, because as it stands, like you would say, it has 10 potential. But I think I'm going to have to sit at 9 for the moment. Also, let's have a look at the back when the cards load. I'm wondering, that centering is a bit off on the back. Let's give it a check quick. What you're seeing as well, by the way, on this site, and I 100% seen it, if a card is 10 worthy, the value it goes for raw is pushing above, is getting up near PSA values. Like, people are willing to pay more money on this site than they will on eBay for a card that is clean. And my advice to be with any of you watching this is, if you guys have some super clean cards that you can't be able to grade yourself, but you want to get good value, send them here. Like, I'm not going to get a kickback or anything for what your card sells for. I'm just giving you the advice. Like I said, I'm going to do it as well to test a lot of that out. So, you know, if you don't want to take my word for it now, wait till that video comes out. But honestly, if you look at some of the sales, and I think they're going to be launching some sales data soon, where you can see roughly like what the values of stuff are going for compared to like other competitors like your eBay and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting stuff to read, and anyone out there who just doesn't want to go through the hassle of grading, this is a very good way, because the seller pays the fee, the buyer pays the fees on what the card sells for. So if a card goes for 46, there's then a buyer premium on top that they pay. So the seller themselves will actually get the £46, and the buyer pays 46 plus a fee. So you don't pay a fee as a seller. So there's some really good pros to giving this a go, guys, as a seller. Yeah, actually, the centering is fine. It looks more off-center, but now I turn my head like that. Actually, no. Oh, man, I honestly think this could be one dot away from a 10. Like, is it a risk? Is it a risk to say, like, do you try that? I'm going to stay conservative and say a 9. But there is a possibility of a 10 on this Blaziken, and it's a sick card. And the price is so cheap right now. Right, let's have a look. So we got some Scarlet and Violet stuff, which is great, but this is one that I think is very worth looking at. So this is the Dialga, and if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the first full arts. Wow, look how sick this card looks under that light as well. Oh my days, what a card. Okay. Mate, is this that? That is pretty damn clean on the front, isn't it? That's looking pretty damn good. Texture looks nice. Really deep cut texture. This very wide texture bit. Look at that pattern there. Okay, is there something? No. That's fine. Let's turn the card down here. There may be a slight little something along that bottom edge, but no, I think that's just a cut because it's a textured cut card, to be fair. Oh, see, there's a lot nicer condition. Look at this stuff here. So this has got, so there's no scratching, but there is whitening in this corner, this corner, this corner. That's actually not whitening. That looks more like damage. Like it's like, maybe damage is the wrong word, but that looks more like it's been pressed a little bit higher than just like natural whitening over time. I'm going to go for an 8 with a potential of a 9 on this card, and it's £62. It's a bit of Pokemon history. Wicked card. All right, let's look at the Stormfront. See, Stormfront. It was Stormfront. I was right. Don't doubt yourself, man. Don't doubt yourself. This Stormfront Charmeleon, this is very cool. So hollow on this. Let's have a good look at that. We've had so many texture cards. It's been hard to notice any scratching, but this again looks pretty. I don't see. Sometimes you'll look and you can tilt while the magnifying glass on. That's a really good way to do it. So the thing is, they use a box that basically photos the card from loads of angles, and by doing that, it allows you to render this 3D image of the card. It's really cool. The front of this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the front. It's a 9 on the front for sure so far. And mate, bids at £5.50 as well. It's definitely worth a lot more than that. Okay, the back, though, we got to say there is whitening along this top edge. Again, I'm starting to come towards an 8 on this card, I would say. It's better than a 7. Yeah. I'm going to... Oh, man. It could get a 9. This is an 8 to 9. This is an 8 to 9 on this card. Rayquaza VMAX. This is an absolute beauty of a card. You know what? The texture's not crazy on this card, is it? Compared to like some of the other ones we've just looked at. It's very subtle texture. It's a beautiful card, though. And mate, that is... Nope, nothing wrong on the front. Ooh, is that something in the top of the card right there? Oh, no. Oh, no, guys. There's a dent. It looks like a nail. It looks like someone's pressed a nail into the card. No, it's got damage. Or it has that little bit of damage, which is going to affect the score, and it's going to bring it down to like a... Oh, man. Bring it down to like a max 7, but that could even be like a 6, couldn't it? Mate, but as one to own for your collection, and also maybe, is there a possibility of rolling that out? Oh, it's really hard to say. I don't want to say what you can and can't do with that, but, you know, if you can find a way to get rid of that, without that damage, this would be like a 10. Without that damage, this is a 10. It's a really, I'm not going to lie, I think this could be really popular with people trying to bin it. I think it will still sell well because people will see how clean the rest of it is. And as a binder card, 100%. If you were looking to grade it, that damage there is an issue. 6. Right, let's pick some other cooler older cards. Let's go for this. So this says it is near mint. They've got it their basic description. And obviously, as we know, near mint on PSA goes all the way down to like 7. So 7 has near mint included in the title still, I think. I know that 8 does. Look, we've got an 8 here of one. Near mint to mint is a PSA 8. So, you know, like, how do we want to describe it? Sometimes I feel like PSA, it sounds really like a near mint for them, and you see it and you go, that doesn't look it. But, hey, that's what they classify. So, first edition, nice logo there. All looks pretty legit. Nothing mucky going on there with it. Is there? Oh, there is a little something in that box. See, look at that, right? With the how clean does that look now? Move the magnifying glass over it, and there is a little something there. So the chance for 10 right now. Oh man, it's really clean. Look how sparkly and clean this hollow is. No hairline scratching, no nothing. This is a well looked after card. Fair play to the seller on this one. But there is just the tiniest, you can see it there, look, line running down on the inside. Can you see that? Just like, front's a 9. I have to say, the back looks a 10 as well, though. So that's the thing. Is it a chance that that could still sneak a 10? I'm not going to lie. It's very rare I see a PSA 10 that's actually perfect. I often see 10s at PSA with a dot. If this is ace, I think it's unlikely this would get a 10 at ace, who obviously that's who I grade with. But I know a lot of you watching this will probably, you go for the value, so you'll probably be doing that. I'm going to have to say 9. This Magneton is a 9, but it's sick. It's so close. All right, let's have a look at a Charizard we got right here. These are just wicked. I love this artwork. I just think this is so iconic to the COVID era, isn't it? This Charizard, I swear. Obviously, Champion's Path came out. It was like impossible to get hold of. And yeah, this is, you know, this was the chase, I'd say, over the rainbow, in my opinion, in the set. I really like this. So let's have a look. And if this is 10, I think I need this in English still. I think I've only got it in Japanese. Maybe I might go for... That's £102 already. Hot damn. You know why that'll be like that high? People will be thinking this is getting a 10. And on the front, I'm struggling to disagree with this not being a 10 on the front so far. What about the back? I saw something here. Oh my god, I'm yawning. Nah, I'm going to put my head on the chopping block, guys. This Charizard is a 10. Well worth going for. Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike. Another beauty of a card right here. We like this one. And condition-wise, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, mate. Look at that. That's some serious damage. Again, is that going to make this be like a 6? It's perfect. It's a 10 on the front. It is not a 10 on the back. Just look at that poor little damage right there. A poor little damage. Bless it. Yeah, unfortunately, no 10 for this one, guys. But you can't get that out. You can't fix that. It's taking the paint off as well. The ink off, should I say. So I'm going to have to give this like a 6 then at best with that damage. The rest of it's so clean. Such a shame. Oh, here we go, guys. Gold Star Charizard. If Ungraded just want to like give it to me and pay for it for me, then I will gladly accept this card. It's one that I have to add to my collection. And this is actually not looking that bad for what it is. You'd be surprised how many of these you'll find in battered condition. Bearing in mind it's a Charizard, you honestly you will find them. And they were like, what, 1 gold star per 6 booster boxes or something, or 3 or 6 booster boxes. They're really hard to get. Oh, look at it. The little gold star. I love it. Love gold stars. How is that hollow? I want to see if we can see any real hairline scratches, because if the front of this is clean. So is that little... No, I think that's again just card stock. Because that's something you gotta be... You can see so much detail in this, so you can see the imperfections in the card stock, which don't necessarily... Okay, so there's definitely dirt there. So that will probably clean off. So the front, right now... The front is an 8-9. Oh, centering's good. Centering's very good. But you got a couple of much. Yeah, so I'm going to give the front an 8. Oh, mate, it's nearly a 9 on the front. Maybe I'm going to say 9 on the front, actually. I'm not going to go so brutal. It's the back here that is going to give us some... what's that zoomed out? The back here is what's got the problem. So we've got scratching. We've got whitening. Like scratching all up in here. We can turn, you can see a bit more. There's whitening all around the edge. Is there any particular problems in the middle? Let's get rid of the magnifying glass and just have a spin. I'm gonna say that actually, there is some marks here. Look, just in here, there's a couple of things. Okay, so I am gonna go. This is like down to a 6 on the back. I think this is a 7, maybe an 8 with a good clean. But a 7 is that too? Maybe a 6. 6, 7. This is going to get a 6 to a 7. It's a £390. It's a sick card. All right, let's jump onto the last page. We obviously don't review everything. We're going to be highlighting ones that are going to have some real value. So we've got some stuff here I definitely want to look at. So unfortunately with the light play stuff, I probably won't worry too much. But when it's getting to near mint, so we'll check out the Machamp. We'll check out the Glaceon, Sylveon in there, and the Gengar as well. So let's check out the Sylveon first. And load this. This is just a really cool card, isn't it? I think a lot of people really like this because look, you got the Eevee up there, you got more of that Mars Shadow, another little sleeping Eevee, Vaporeon sat there. Florgas, is that Florgas or something? Is there any other one? Oh, Kangaskhan in there. Didn't realize that. Who else we got hiding in this card? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I missing any hiding in here? Let me know. But let's have a look. That Moonbreon was really clean. Oh, there's a little bit of a gnarly corner, that, isn't it? That's a gnarly cut right there. And that'd be down to like the fact it being a texture card. And it's got, see, it's not perfectly like rounded. So it's got that little edge. So the front is a 9 for me right now. And yeah, look, chip. This is actually probably nothing to the person that had the card. That's actually quite a lot. Maybe not even a 9. Maybe, I don't know. It's only going to do it against the edge. So no, I think we could probably still get 9 because the edge might get like an 8 or something like that. So I think, and the rest of it looks like a 10. So maybe edge and corner. I think you get a 9 on the front, and the back, I think you're going to get like a... Yeah, its corners just aren't good, are they? They're not good corners, to be fair. Actually, I'm going to go 8 in front. I think this would get an 8. I think this would actually probably get an 8. Even though it looks really clean, the edges and the corners will just knock it down. The surface is lovely. But as you know, they grade on like edge, corner, back and surface. I think that's right. But I know they do edge and corner and surface are 3 of the points that they will look at to help score the card. Unfortunately, the edges and the corners are like an 8 at best. So yeah, I think this could get an 8. Maybe a 9 if you're lucky. Right, let's check out this Gengar Alt Art as well. This is an absolute banger of a card. This will be very popular. I actually think the standard GX of this card looks like an Alt Art on its own. I actually picked some up. I think I'm sending one for grading, actually. Show you another time. But yeah, this looks very cool. Let's have a look at... Centering looks great, actually. I think... Ooh, okay, let me double check it, because it's not bad. I just looked top to bottom. So let's double check the centering on this as well. .46, no, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, no. I'll double check left to right as well, but I would have said top to bottom look worse than left to right from where I'm sat, and I would be correct. It's pretty much 50-50 left to right. Okay, so centering's great. The centering would still get you a 10. Condition-wise, it's giving a nice little... Oh, that texture, look at that. Damn, this is a cool-looking card. This is very cool. Okay. Oh, man, that looks so nice. And condition-wise... Oh, it's good. Corners. 2 corners are not great. That corner has got that sharp point. That corner has got... So the right-hand side corners... Corners would be like a 9, 8, 9. No, we're going to say 9. We'll say 9 to be kind to it. I'm looking at you, boy. Okay. And there is something here. Ooh. That looks like that will come off. So that doesn't look like a chip. That's like a little speck of something on the card. So that would probably come off if you're careful with a microfiber. So that's fine. Yeah, so 9 on the front and the back. There is something going on. Okay, so this isn't a 10 as it stands. You've got... That's actually like paint chip, maybe by the looks of it there. Whitening in that corner. Okay. So you are looking at... It's toss up between an 8 and a 9 here. I'm erring on... I'm going to go 9. I think this will go 9. Okay, so let's look at a couple more here as well. So we're going to look at the Glaceon VMAX in here. Do you know what I might do moving forward as well? I might leave the biggest cards till last. There is something on the card. That looks like it will come off. That looks like a fleck from like a microfiber cloth, doesn't it? So let's give it the benefit of the doubt with that. Let's see if this has got some chipping along the top. Do you know what? This kind of does as well, doesn't it? What's it like at the bottom? Isn't it weird? Oh, it's not as bad. For some reason, it doesn't look quite as... I don't know. You can see it. It's obviously a bad run. Look at that. The Feebas in the card. Feebas, Pikachu, Azumarill, Marill. Eevee's, of course, in here. Is there an Eevee on the head, or is it a Pikachu on the head? No, it's nothing on the head. I thought there was. There's the Pikachu in there as well. There's some really nice... I really like this. Evolving Skies is one of the best sets in there. It's so good. Okay, so front of this card is going to get a 9. Yeah, look, a couple of chips there. I'm going to go 9 on the front. And, yeah, looking at the back, I think we're going to get a 9. Okay, and final card we are going to check out is going to be this Machamp, which of course we know was a absolute pump and dump card early Astral. It still has some really good value to it, but like it was 100% manipulated in my opinion. It was at £50, it jumped to 150, 160, nearly 200 sometimes. I think it's back down near the 100 mark or just under, which is pretty where it should be, you know. It's one of the best cards to pull in Astral, like art-wise as well. I really like this. And just taking a quick peruse of the card. A peruse. That's good. Okay. A little scuff in the edge. That's it, isn't it? The front looks pretty bang on. Let's see. See this? Has this got an issue? See, this looks a lot better along the bottom edge and stuff like that, I'd say. Size of that bicep. You know, it's still got a little bit of it. I think it's an issue they have with cutting texture cards sometimes, especially if the blade's going blunt. I reckon they don't replace their blades enough at cutting factories here in the UK, in like the US, compared to Japan, because the cuts in Japan cards are a lot cleaner. Is that a 5? No, I think that's just where it's got cut. I think this is going to be a 9 as well, unfortunately. Just that. Without that, I think this could be a 10. Without that, this could be a 10, but I'm going to have to say 9. So there we go, guys. There is a look at the latest cards going up for Ungraded's auctions happening this weekend, this Sunday. These are all going to be ending, guys. So yeah, make sure to head to ungraded.com, get your bids in, go and review the cards for yourselves. Make sure to let me know in the comments all your thoughts, again, about Grade. I'm really interested to hear. Do you think I missed anything on some cards as well? Let us know. And yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button down here, guys. Check out some other videos. I've done some vlogs in Japan lately that you can go and check out, which will be here as well. Yeah, hit the subscribe button so you can see how I get on selling some cards on Ungraded. Other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.